Kristen Ledlow here at Media Day with John Schuhmann, Sekou Smith as well, covering the Cavs and Warriors. We're down to just two teams left here, guys. Sekou, first of all, let's talk on Cleveland's side, keys to winning this final series.
Well, I mean, it starts obviously with LeBron James playing at an elite level, 5 straight years in the finals. And a remarkable feat in itself, but for him to do it with a new team, I think speaks to, LeBron's game and just his impact, that he can have on and off the floor, because I don't think you get here without him leading and showing some of these younger guys how you get to this point. So I think it all starts with him as always, but he needs help. He's never won a championship without some elite level help, and he doesn't have the experienced guys like Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh this time around. He's going to rely on Kyrie Irving if he's healthy, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, all these other guys. And I think that's going to be huge in Game 1 to see if they can step up and really play to the magnitude of the moment.
And the obvious question on the other end, Golden State, keys to the series.
I think the keys for the Warriors starts with LeBron James, too. I mean, they have to stop him in transition. That's the number one thing. Keep LeBron, from getting out in transition and getting easy baskets. And then at the end of their possessions, keep Tristan Thompson off the offensive glass, and then in between they're going to be in good shape. They have multiple guys who can guard LeBron, multiple guys who can switch on to him on any given possession. Andrew Bogut protecting the paint. So I think they're going to be in really good shape as long as they keep him out of transition, unless we see some serious regression to the mean in regard to LeBron's three-point percentage. If he suddenly finds that jumper that he's been missing all along in these playoffs, then things could get real interesting.
Day one of official media coverage of this NBA Finals series. Now, as far as Cleveland's end goes, what stood out to you today? These guys talking to the media, addressing the media for the very first time out here in Oakland. What stood out to you? Any headlines?
Well, the funny thing is you forget how many people involved with the Cavaliers and on this Cleveland roster have finals experience. I was hunting while Golden State was out here trying to figure out who do they have that's been to the finals. Like Luke Walton and Steve Kerr, right? Literally coaches, but no players with this level of experience. You go on the Cleveland roster and it's like, Mike Miller, James Jones, Kendrick Perkins, LeBron. They're these guys who have been here, so they understand this part of the process, and the fact that you're not only playing against the other team, you're playing against this level of intensity and scrutiny, and the fact that every game and every moment is going to be replayed over and over again. You have to be able to get past all that and just play basketball. Play your best basketball, your best 4 to 7 games the last 2.5 weeks of the season. It's a heck of a way to boil it all down, but that's what they're facing.
And on your coverage end of the Golden State side, what stood out to you?
I thought an interesting thing that came up was that David Blatt was set to be Steve Kerr's lead assistant this year. Steve Kerr got hired by the Warriors. He asked David Blatt to be his lead assistant. David Blatt said, yep. They had an agreement in place. A couple weeks later, David Blatt gets the Cavs job. A couple weeks after that, he gets LeBron James on the Cavs. And here we are. They're facing each other in the finals. It's a cool little story.
Well, thank you guys so much. For Sekou Smith, for John Schuhmann, I'm Kristen Ledlow here at the NBA Finals.